Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another week of yoga for the upper body. I'm Jim. It's a little bit chilly in the office slash studio this morning. I was meditating and had covered myself up, so I'm going to pull my yoga blanket up real quick here. Today, I thought we would work on strengthening up our back and shoulders. So, lots of push ups, planks, and um, cobras. But yeah, I thought we would do some push-ups and then and get some feeling in what it means when your teacher says push into the mat and roll your push into your shoulders, arching your back when you're in plank. So we'll experiment with that some today. But let's get started with our breathing techniques. I want you to go ahead and find a tall seat. Palms could be on your knees, face up, face down, however you're comfortable today. Let your eyes shut down here if you feel like you're in a safe environment. If not, just pick a spot in front of you on the floor. Take a deep inhale, audible sigh, exhale, let it all go. Two more just like that. Deep inhale, audible sigh. One more. Deep inhale. Audible sigh, exhale. Let your breath return to its natural rhythm here. Don't try to change it. Just notice how you feel in this moment. I want you to go ahead and start trying to extend your breath for that 4 count inhale and exhale. So we're going to inhale for one, two, three, four. Hold at the top. Exhale, four, three, two, one. Hold at the bottom. Just continue doing those for a few minutes. Not a few minutes, sorry. A few times. Maybe you engage a slight constriction in the back of your throat, creating an ocean like wave quality. Let's do five more of those. Four more. Three more. Two more. Last one. Mm. Let your chin fall towards your chest here. Bring your shoulders up to your ears and then slowly let them fall back down. Opening up your chest here. Let your right ear. We're going to let our right ear fall to our right shoulder here. Kind of makes, if you did this, kind of come back to center, straight spine. Two more breaths here. I want you to take your left hand up and over and grab the right side of your head and use that left hand to kind of pull your head back up. Lower your left hand back to your thigh. Take a breath and center here. And exhale, lower that left ear, left shoulder. Again, checking in on your spine. Make sure you didn't kind of go all the way one way or the other. Kind of look up at the ceiling with your eyes here. 2 more breaths here. Take that right hand up and over, grabbing the left side of your head and lifting up back to center. Bring your right hand back to your thigh. And we're going to slowly dip our chin to our chest. And let's rotate left, back to center, right, back to center, left, back to center. And maybe this time you go all the way around. Maybe you go the other way. I don't know about you, but Monday mornings, my neck is all crackly. Then come back to center, chin to chest, and slowly lift your chin back up, looking straight ahead. Again, bring those shoulders back up to your ears and let them come back down. And slowly bend for. I want you to bend forward here. We're going to bend all the way forward as far as you can. Reach your hands out in front of you, kind of like a seated child's pose, and just reach as far as you can. Let your head come as far as you can. Try and keep those sit bones engaged in your blanket or mat. We come back up. Do that 2 more times. Slowly let your hands come out in front. Hold for 1 breath here. Inhale back up. Exhale, come forward. Last time. Hold for a breath. Inhale back up. Shoulders come to ears. Let your shoulders come down on your spine. Maybe give yourself a little bit of a shoulder shimmy here. Ah. Close down your eyes. Come back to your breath. Just give yourself a body scan from that little bit of movement we've done this morning. See how you're feeling. Maybe your shoulders and chest and neck feel a little bit more open and relaxed. So we're going to take our right hand out here. Bring your palm out, face up. Bring your left hand to your mat here. We're going to reach up and over, finding a C shape with our spine. So really push into that right sit bone here and reach with the right hand. Push down with the left hand. Reach. Hold for 1 more breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Pull yourself back up. Plant your right hand. Turn the palm on the left. And we're going to go explore the left side here. Reach. On the inhale, pull yourself back up. Right side again. Left hand comes to the mat. Inhale back up. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale up. Exhale, plant and stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back up. One more time, each side. Inhale back up. Arms come all the way up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Oh, inhale back up. Exhale, allow your palms to come to your knees. Check in on that body one more time. Maybe you're feeling even looser now through your shoulders and side body. Hmm. Now we're kind of loose. We're going to practice some planks here. We're going to practice them on our knees. No need to like kill yourself here. We're going to take our palms. We're going to come to a tabletop position real quick. My watch slipped down. Come to a tabletop position here real quick. Bring your knees back a little bit and slide your chest. So what we were looking for here now, I want to really focus on things here, right? So we want our shoulders over our wrists here, right? And we're going to, when we lower down from plank, we always want to try and keep our elbows really close by our side here. So inhale, push back up, or sorry, take an inhale here. Then the exhale, push back up. Take an inhale, exhale, slowly lower one more time. Inhale, exhale, push back up. So now we're going to explore a couple things here. We're going to take our hands, make sure your hands, we want to take the pressure off our wrist as much as possible here. So I want you to take your thumb and forefinger, right? I want you to make an L shape with those. If you went to my high school, you're pretty familiar with that. Or maybe you've heard the song Beck by Loser, back in I think that was the 90s they did that stuff. So bring your shoulders over, and I want you to take your hand, push your fingertips, the pads of your fingers really firmly, and feel your wrist here and the back of your palm lift up off the mat. That will protect your wrist. So do that, then come forward and notice how you don't feel the weight as much in your wrist anymore. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, push back to child's pose. And I want you to keep that same grip. Inhale back forward and notice that again. And exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Your hands should be able to stay in the same place here. Fingertips are going to be right by your chest. Inhale up, cobra. Peel your chest up off. Push your hips firmly into the mat here. Exhale, lower. So one other tip here, you're going to want to engage your glutes here. So squeeze your bum. Inhale, peel up, off. Exhale, lower. Then one other thing, there shouldn't be a lot of weight in your hands in this. You should be using your lower back, thoracic spine to lift yourself up here. So push your hips in, squeeze your glutes, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, push all the way back to child's pose. You can bring your knees out wide here. Reach forward. And you can kind of get a feel for how you don't have to move your body, your hands so much when you're in this practice, right? You can keep your hands here. We're going to inhale, push up. Knees come back in, tilt forward, engage your core. Lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra, hips and glutes are active here. Push up. Exhale, down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, child's pose. You can do a close knee if you like. Having a little bit of a belly, sometimes close knee is not the most comfortable thing for me. So we'll go through that a couple more times. So inhale, forward, knees come together, shoulders come over, wrist. Exhale, lower, keeping those elbows in by your side. Glutes, hips push in, glutes engage. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower your forehead down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, child's pose. We're going to go through that a couple more times here. So you're really familiar. Like, don't move your hands. Keep your hands in the same place. Inhale, forward, plank. Core is engaged, flat back. Exhale, lower down, elbows by your side. Inhale, cobra, hips pushed in, glutes engaged. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Inhale, push up. Exhale, child's pose. So, and you'll notice as we do these push ups, right? Like we're really working our triceps, our chest, our upper back. Now, one more trick we're going to add this time. We're going to inhale forward. But now, so sometimes you'll hear your teacher talk about, and it's sometimes easier to do and see, but I want you to push your hands into the mat and kind of round your shoulders down here, engage your, squeeze your chest together. You'll notice like sometimes you'll do this, but really push. And then exhale all the way down. Inhale, cobra, or exhale down, forehead to the mat. Inhale, push up again, really push, and exhale, child's pose. We're going to try that a couple more times. Take two more breaths here. I'm going to inhale back forward, push up on our knees position, pushing in, engaging our core. We're one tight line of energy from our knees to our head here. Slowly exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Push your hips down, glutes are engaged. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Inhale, push up. Exhale, child's pose. Take a couple breaths here. Think about what we've learned today. How would that change your practice? I know it took me years to kind of get it, like, because you can kind of push yourself through these without really engaging all the detailed muscles of each pose. But know that it's actually better if you are on your knees here. If you're on your knees and you can engage more firmly, stronger, it's better to be here than in plank where your hips are sagging. So, like, this is the solid plank, right? Core's engaged, thighs are engaged, pushing down. But if that's too much, always feel free to drop your knees here. And it's the same thing. Slide forward, lower yourself all the way down. Slowly, four count. That four count is almost more important in engaging our mind body connection than just kind of lowering yourself. So always keep that mind, breath, body connection in tune and when you're going through your poses. And never be afraid to take the easy route, or it's not even the easy route, the alternative route, right? So once you slide all the way forward onto your belly, and we're going to meet in a Sphinx pose. Explore this one a little bit too today. Again, big elbows or forearms are at a figure 11 here. Elbows are in the mat. Sorry about that. I forgot to turn on do not disturb. Lift your chest up a little bit. Your shoulder elbows should be a little bit wider than your shoulders here too. Lift your chest up and then slowly let it kind of come down. But again, I want you to push your hips into the mat. Right? We're protecting our lower back here. So push your hips in, glutes engage here. And you'll notice that lower back, the pressure just kind of goes away. Like here, without any engagement. Not sure if you can see that or not, but without engagement, you might feel a little bit of pressure and tension in your lower back. But push hips in, engage your glutes, and notice how that pressure kind of goes away. And now you feel much more engaged in the pose, less relaxation. Now, if you're in yin, maybe the whole chilling thing is okay. But if you're in a vinyasa class, you want to feel engaged here. Take 3 more breaths here, just noticing how you feel here. And maybe you relax your glutes and relax and let your hips kind of come out of the mat a little bit just to see the difference over and over again. One more breath. And slowly lower your head. And this is where you go ahead and relax your hips and glutes. Give yourself a little hip shimmy here. Take a moment. Try to process all the stuff we've discussed today. I know it was much more of a workshop class, less of a flow class, but sometimes that's good. One more breath down here with our forehead down. We're going to workshop another one more pose today. So we're going to workshop stick in the mud. I'm going to start off to the left because that would let me face you. So we're going to bring hand, right? Right hand by face, left temple to the ground here. Left arm comes out to a T. Kind of engage the arm though. Don't just let it just hang out. Engage the arm here. Make sure that left shoulder is on the mat, not hanging out up. And we'll slowly start rolling over, right? So if this is as far as you get, that's perfectly acceptable. What we're really stretching here is that front shoulder and chest. Maybe you can push up all the way onto your left side here. If you need to, you can always slide that right hand in closer to your face as you're pushing. And then here is where you can make your choice to bring that right foot behind your left leg. Sometimes I've seen people kind of give it a little dangle, and you can get a little more hip action here, or just bring it back to center, aligning, stacking our legs like one long line of energy here. Take one more breath on this side. And slowly roll back over onto your belly, letting your left come all the way back out. And we're going to just go straight to the right side today. Left hand's going to come in. And now I'm going to be facing away from you. Probably should do the comeback yoga shimmy here, but we're running low on time. So, and again, know that that left foot behind you is accessible, is there for you if you want a little bit more. Not, if you want a little bit less. I can tell you from my practice, it took me a very long time to get here. I was always a here person, and I think it's kind of common with men, more common with men. Our chest muscles are a little bit bigger and tighter. And actually, I would probably venture to guess if you work at a desk all day long, your chest muscles are probably a little bit tighter. I love this pose, especially after a work day, to just take a couple minutes, opening up my chest and shoulders, trying to get rid of those tech, neck, and shoulders here. One more breath. I'm going to come back to our bellies. Take an inhale here. Exhale, roll back over onto your belly. Bring your arms in, stack your hands, lower your forehead to the backs of your hands. Give your hips a shimmy here. Whenever you're ready here, we're going to roll over onto our back. It's time for our final resting pose. I know class went by kind of quick today. Roll over, shift back over to the center of your mat. Go ahead and bring your knees facing the sky real quick here and bring your knees into your chest. Rock left, right, ironing out that lower back. And maybe you introduce a little circle. And when you're ready, lower your feet back to the ground. Make sure you're centered on your mat. If you are going to take a Shavasana, feel free to stay as long as you like. Class has gone a little bit long today, so I'll be cutting mine short. Whenever you're ready, just go ahead and roll over to whatever side's calling you today. I'm going to roll to my left, using your bottom arm as a pillow. You guys probably know this if this isn't your first class by now. Sit up tall when you're ready. No rush to get there. Palms to heart center, thumbs pressing in. Thank you so much for joining me this today or whenever you joined. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll see you next time.